Greetings, traveler. Sunrostern here. Here, take a seat, grab a drink, and get comfortable. But not too comfortable. Back in 2004, mind me telling you a story? You might have been a baby, but I was a student. And the internet source was pretty weak, to a point where sitting in chat rooms talking nonsense to complete strangers was something fun, even though trolling wasn't invented as a term yet. That's the year when Peter Thiel invested in Facebook, or Meta, as kids call it these days. He was legally able to invest in this young promising project because he was an accredited investor. And that's what opens doors to exciting new opportunities that are not generally available to the public, where high risk conceals epic loot, if you know what I mean. By the way, isn't it funny that when you add "if you know what I mean" to the end of any sentence, people tend to read too much into it? For example, "I have just worked out, if you know what I mean." And they go, "No, I don't know what you mean." Anyways, they don't even lift, probably. Back to the topic. Have you heard the stories from the Great Depression era in the United States? That was a tumultuous time, both in terms of world geopolitics, but also in terms of people losing incomes and struggling to secure life's necessities, such as food and shelter. This was a time where speculation was rampant, which was a major factor in bringing the market to a major crash in the first place. Many sketchy ventures were popping up that were promising to desperate people wondrous returns and payouts, the vast majority of which came to nothing, and people lost whatever little they had before. Masses of ordinary citizens were manipulated into trusting their life savings to unreliable characters that could disappear with money gone. People simply didn't know how to evaluate a deal with more than shallow hopes and feelings in the moment. So government stepped in and created the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, to protect the general public from such manipulations, requiring companies to be adequately transparent in reporting their books, and especially regulating the way they solicit and accept investments from general population. The idea was that rich people knew what they were doing, and the proof of that was in the fact that they were rich. So they were allowed to invest into risky companies that didn't meet the reporting requirements for registered publicly traded companies. The SEC decided that the level of financial literacy, also known as rich people, would be defined as income of $200,000 per year, or $1 million of net worth. This legislation was subject to amendments since 1933. Notably, after the 2008 crisis, the primary residence value was removed from the net worth calculation. From 1933 to this year, 2022, the average annual inflation was about 3.5%, which makes the 1933 dollar be worth about 22 in today's dollars, which is equivalent to about 1 silver ounce coin. Props to the silver dollar. But the good news is that the threshold is lower to become an accredited investor, since with the rules adjusted for inflation, the requirement would have been $4,400,000 of individual income per year, or whopping $22 million of net worth. If your net worth is over $1 million without your primary residence, congratulations! You've made it to the exclusive Accredited Investor Club of approximately 14 million accredited investor households in the United States. You just need to go get a verification letter from any of the companies that specialize in verifying your status and submit it to your next venture to make 1,000x investments or lose all your money or anything in between. So what are the benefits of becoming an accredited investor? I hope by this time you already know that it opens doors and provides more opportunities to invest into projects with higher risk, higher rewards structure, and really lets you have more options in your investment strategy. And the more cards you have, the better. And on this channel, I would like to help all of us to become accredited investors and beyond. Alright, traveler, how was it? If you like this content, If you enjoyed the drink and the seat and the story, if you think it's cool, then click the like button and subscribe with a ring bell. And if you'd like me to cover other topics, please leave a comment in the section down below. And I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to bring your drink. And I have a special guest who will do the closing. Literal closing.
Hi.